Rajmohan's Wife, published in 1864, is the first Indian novel written in English, and it was written for a cosmopolitan Indian audience who favored the colonizers' language and their culture. It is important to know the social background of the text and the historical timeline mapping of Bankim Chandra to understand Rajmohan's Wife properly. And you can get that in my video section under the heading Rajmohan's Wife Discussion Video 1, which I recommend you should, because without that your understanding of the text would definitely be compromised. Now, the choice of language Bankim did and the audience he thought he was writing for have an immense effect on Rajmohan's Wife's content. In short, I can tell you that the novel, its themes, its exposition, the conflict, and the way it ends, everything is deliberately chosen by Bankim Chandra, and it is really interesting to discover why did he make such choices. I shall be discussing Bankim's choice of language in my next to next video, and if you need that, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you never miss an update. However, regarding the summary, to start with, the location of Rajmohan's Wife is rural Bengal, a place called Radhaganj. The main characters of the novel are Matangini, who is Rajmohan's wife, Rajmohan himself, Madhav Ghosh, husband of Matangini's sister Hemangini, Mothur Ghosh, who is Madhav's cousin, the dacoit Sardar, and his assistant Bhikhu. Now, the novel opens with Matangini's character adhering to all the notions of a good Hindu wife. She is hardworking, docile, introvert, unadventurous, and is not aware of the physical beauty she has got. We get to see Mothur Ghosh allured by her beauty when her veil is slowly raised by the wind. Madhav Ghosh, Mothur's cousin and Hemangini's husband, scolds Mothur for this attitude. This little incident needs attention because it establishes three very important things. 1. Matangini is a good woman. 2. Mothur Ghosh is a bad guy. And 3. Madhav Ghosh is a good guy, or at least a guy of good conduct. And these three things will have something to do with the course of the novel. On the other hand, Rajmohan is introduced as an ill-hearted native who abuses his wife physically and verbally. Thus, the author makes it very clear that Matangini, a very good woman, has got to spend her life with Rajmohan, a villainous man. Rajmohan and Matangini have come to Radhaganj at the mercy of Madhav Ghosh. Madhav Ghosh acquired a lot of fortune from his childless uncle, which changed the fortune of his lot. A little wordplay. However, while Rajmohan was unemployed, Matangini requested Hemangini, her sister, to request Madhav, her husband, so that he gives some sort of work to Rajmohan. And then Madhav Ghosh called this family to look after his newly made fortune in Radhaganj. Here it is important to note that it is shown that Madhav Ghosh is English educated and Rajmohan and Mothur Ghosh are educated in the vernacular. Now, what do you think? Is there any significance that Madhav is shown to be a helpful gentleman and Mothur and Rajmohan are shown to be men with bad conduct and evil heart? Wait for the next video for the answer. However, soon enough after coming to Radhaganj, Rajmohan agrees to assist the dacoit Sardar to steal Madhav's fortune along with the will of his inheritance. There is a notion that behind this there might be Mothur Ghosh, his cousin, who did not like it well when the childless uncle gave all his property only to Madhav Ghosh. On the night the dacoits are planning to attack Madhav Ghosh, Matangini coincidentally comes to know about this intrigue and, overcoming the hesitation of a good Hindu wife, decides to go to Madhav Ghosh at midnight to save him from his impending danger. Matangini has to overcome fear and be intelligent enough to reach her sister's house at the middle of the night, and there she explains everything to them except the fact that Rajmohan is also with them. Madhav is saved and feels grateful to Matangini after the danger is over. And then Matangini expresses her love to Madhav Ghosh. This is a very crucial moment, as this is an act of transgression committed by a woman of good conduct. The conflict of passion versus duty is portrayed very intelligently in this novel, and I shall be uploading a discussion video on the themes and conflicts of Rajmohan's Wife soon. So again, you need to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update. However, while returning from Madhav's house, Matangini encounters a very stormy weather with lightning and is drenched in rain. This rough nature is an anticipatory suggestion for the events she will be witnessing further on. At home, Rajmohan comes to know about the fact that Matangini has exposed his intrigue and also the fact that she loves Madhav. Out of jealousy and anger and a furious frustration, he tries to kill Matangini. Just at the moment, the dacoit Sardar attacks Rajmohan because he thinks Rajmohan is the person who has exposed the plan and because of him they had to abort their mission. But Rajmohan explains the truth and is saved for the moment. But Matangini after this hurly-burly cannot be found anywhere. Next morning, Matangini is seen by the reader around the pond with her friend Konok discussing the incidents of the previous night. It is certain now that she neither can return to Rajmohan nor can take shelter in her sister's house. At that point, Sukhi's mother, a maid servant at Mathur Ghosh, comes and takes Matangini to the refuge of Tara, Mathur Ghosh's elder wife and a good, compassionate woman. Mathur, who already asks for Matangini, agrees to provide Matangini a shelter in spite of the denial of Champak, his young and selfish second wife. But after some time, Rajmohan comes to know about the fact that Matangini is at Mathur's house and he comes looking for his wife and Mathur has to release her. While returning, Rajmohan sends Matangini to his house with Sukhi's mother and goes to meet the dacoits regarding the planning of stealing the wheel from Madhav Ghosh. But after returning, he finds Matangini has not returned yet and is nowhere to be found. So Matangini is lost for the second time. Where did she go? The truth is, Mathur Ghosh ordered Sukhi's mother to abduct Matangini and keep her in the deserted godown where he has plans for enjoying sexual pleasure with her. However, obviously Matangini doesn't comply when Mathur comes and forces her to be intimate with him. Mathur out of anger captivates her and decides not to provide her food or water. In the meantime, Madhav Ghosh is abducted by the dacoit Sardar and his assistant Bhikhu so that he can be forced to hand over the wheel. Madhav is also to be kept at the warehouse as Matangini but doesn't know about her abduction. While the negotiation between the Sardar and Madhav was ongoing, they hear the shout and screaming of a woman from the warehouse itself. When they started looking for the source of the sound, they found a woman figure with a small lantern in her hand, producing an eerie effect with the light and the shade. As none of them know about anything happening at the storehouse, they thought this has to be a ghost and frightened, the Sardar and Bhikhu ran away. Madhav is provided with the courage to see the fact by the author and he finds the figure to be Tara, Mathur's elder wife. Later, they find Matangini at the house and rescues her. Tara came to understand that something is happening at their godown because throughout this entire time Mathur is shown to be very restless and seems uneasy with fits of anxiety. However, in a hasty conclusion, Bankim makes Bhikhu arrested by the police, where he exposes the names of Rajmohan, Sardar and Mathur Ghosh and tells about their intrigue to rob and kidnap Madhav Ghosh and the details of many other robberies. Out of fear, anxiety and nervousness, Mathur Ghosh commits suicide. Rajmohan and Bhikhu get penal transportation and the Sardar is apprehended. Matangini goes to her father's place and dies soon, whereas the author doesn't tell us what happens to Madhav or Hemangini. Phew, that's all. So this was the summary of Rajmohan's wife. Listen to this properly and also the background video and be prepared for the next update where I shall be discussing the themes of the novel. Let me know in the comment section if you're finding my videos helpful. Share among friends if someone needs this. Also, you can request in the comment section if you need anything specific to be discussed from your syllabus. I shall try to help according to my understanding because together we grow faster.